O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye pathmakers of old, Namaste. O ye lords of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors of our bloodlines and all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Most beloved and precious Ishtatevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, Namaste. Om Shri Surya Vanamaha. 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 Om Shri Ravi Vanamaha. Om Shri Ravi Vanamaha. Om Shri Ravi Vanamaha. Om Shri Ravi Vanamaha. Om Shri Surya Ravi Surya Ravi Surya Ravi. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shri Surya Vanamaha. Om Shri Chandra Vanamaha. Om Shri Mangala Vanamaha. Om Shri Buddhi Vanamaha. Om Shri Brihaspati Vanamaha. Om Shri Sukra Vanamaha. Om Shri Sani Vanamaha. Om Shri Rahu Vanamaha. Om Shri Ketu Vanamaha. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Namaste Ji. I'm very grateful to be here with you this morning. My heart is needing to be uplifted by your presence and by our meditation this morning. And so we will do the best that we can to lift each other up and to turn inward and to make a difference to the world, the earth upon which we live. You and I have worked extraordinarily hard, very, very hard, for a long, long time, to be incarnated into these beautiful human bodies upon this earth. We decided a long time ago that we wanted to come here to the garden of our elder brother, God, that who we call God or the good. And we decided to incarnate here upon the earth. You may not remember it, but you made the decision, in order to understand the nature of life, of this life. Not just the nature of this, but the nature of all of life. You and I, remember, we are a part of Indra's net. You are a jewel in Indra's net. Everything that you do, everything you think, everything that you do to change and be a blessing to the world affects the entire net. So what you do, how you meditate, first what you think, then what you speak, then what you do, it matters to the whole. We must respond to cruelty with compassion, with understanding. A difficult time. Not indifference, never, never indifference, but compassion and understanding. We must respond to cruelty, to arbitrary actions, to hatred, to indifference, by lifting above and finding compassion. Yesterday, I guess June 21st, was the summer solstice. In the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year, the day in which the sun is more obvious to us. It shines more brightly in our eyes. For those in Norway and the other Scandinavian countries, there's no place to rest the eyes at the time of the summer solstice. The sun seems to never go down. Once upon a yogi time, there was a divine one. His name was Surya, the sun. And he was radiant. His glow was radiant, more radiant than you could tolerate looking at. Like going out and gazing at the sun today, if the clouds aren't there. And he became married. And his wife couldn't look at him. His wife couldn't look at him. The light was too bright. She was not able to see because the light was so bright. And so she left, if you will, keeping it simple. She left and she went to the earth. And he discovered that she had gone, and he was very unhappy and chased her down to the earth. And why did you leave me? I can't bear to look at you. I can't look at you. You're too bright. He goes to her papa, and her papa says, well, let's dial it back a little bit. Let's dial down the light a little bit. We'll encase it in the human body. Dial it down a little bit. And so they did. And she was able to gaze upon her husband and thought him beautiful. What's the story? The woman, the female, the emotions. I'm not saying, please, I want to be very clear about this. I'm not saying women are emotional. We're talking about mysticism. The sun is the solar energy. It is logic. It is power. It is the power energy with absolutely no stopping and no filter. When the light of the sun is turned on, it is on. No shades, if you will. Hard to gaze upon that overwhelming light. And so what do? The feminine nature, the feminine principle, the emotions, not emotionality, the emotions, logic versus emotion. We take refuge in that. We take refuge. We don't want to see the sun, so we take refuge in the emotions. We sit down here in our bodies and we take refuge in the emotionality of the mind. But Kriya Yoga and all the other mystical paths say, lay down the emotionality of the mind. Lay it down so that you can see. Prepare yourself so you can see the light that is within you. It's right here. It's there. You shut your eyes, it's there. The brilliance that you are is there. But we get caught up, and we get caught up, and we get caught up, and we get caught up. And what do we get caught up in? Definitely the emotions of the mind. We get caught up in them. And we get caught up, my beloved, in really, we forget We came here to be enlightened. And being enlightened means to be able to be more compassionate. I've said it 3 times. I must be trying to say something. Compassion is not blocking my eye out with my thumb. It's not covering both of my eyes so I can't see, or peeking out a little bit so I can just see a little bit. It's seeing. It's being able to see the other. You're not separate from them. You're not separate from me. I'm not separate from you. We're one. We're one, my beloved. It's the net of intro. We are one, not apart. Not apart from, but one. But what do? Well, we let the emotions rise up. We take actions. Came out of the blue. Just came out of the blue. An expression that's often heard. Nothing just comes out of the blue, my beloved. Although that is certainly a Uranian expression, and we're going to see a lot more of Uranus as we move into the 7th of July. Now, 13th of February, 1945, Europe. Beautiful city in Germany. Beautiful, beautiful city. Dresden. Known for its art, its music, its sculpture, its beautiful forests through the city. Just stunningly beautiful city. And a man got some friends together, sat down and said, well, this is a city that is really liked by our enemies. They don't have any bombs there. They don't have any planes there. They don't have anything to defend themselves with. But you know what? It would really upset them emotionally. It would be really a good moral blow to those people. Why don't we just drop a couple of bombs in the middle of the night right next to their cathedral, right before the opera house, right in the center where all of that art and beauty is. Oh, that sounds like a really good idea. Let's morally bomb them. That sounds like a great idea. So they did. And in 2017, last time I was in that beautiful city, the rubble from that night was still piled up in front of the cathedral. It had been consolidated a little bit, let's say. Not all of it, but there was a mass of rubble in front of the cathedral. The cathedral had just been, 60 plus years had just been reopened and renovated. And that whole square that had once been filled with art museums and the highest expression of human creativity was left empty. You had to walk across great expanses of emptiness to remind you, don't ever do that, my beloved. It was a cruel, cruel, unnecessary act. Very cruel, very unnecessary. And it happens again and again and again and again and again and again. But how do you do it? How do I do it? How do we drop those bombs on someone who has no way of defending themselves, no expectation of defending themselves, who is creating their life of beauty as best as they can? We drop it when we make them the enemy, when we say cruel and mean things about them, when we say unkind things about them and to them, when we try to demean them, when we don't care about them. when we look at them as if they are the evildoer, because they are not you. But they are. They are you. I'm you, you're me, we are one. If I destroy you, I destroy me. If I speak cruelty to you, I speak cruelty to me. For you, my beloved, are in the center of your universe. Like it or not, you're in the circle of that center. You are the Bindu in the circle. Whether you are a balanced self-conscious awareness, or a partial self-conscious awareness, or a dimmed self-conscious awareness, or a brilliant self-conscious awareness, as is the symbol of the circle with the Bindu in the center, the circle of the sun, the symbol of the sun, the symbol of this awareness of the sun center. It matters not. You are that sun. And so today is a day to turn inward, to reflect, to ask yourself, what habits have I built up over these years? Or maybe more importantly, what habits have I built up over these months and recent decades? What selfishness have I cultivated? That's really important to ask. Because in mysticism, there's really I think the problem is the words. I was going to say there's a conundrum, and I don't think that there is a conundrum, but that the words are a problem. For you must first put yourself. You have to be able to make sure that you can sustain your life in order to be a blessing to others. But you cannot put yourself always first and foremost above others. So what do? You cannot put them in first place and die because of it. You know the story. You know that once upon a yogi time, the man and his wife, she was very ill, and he took her up to their little hut outside of the town. And he was taking care of her every day. He went down, he took some wood from their forest and went down to the village and sold the wood and got a piece of bread and came up and fed her day after day after day after day. Guess what? Very, very, very bad decision. He never took a bite of the bread. He didn't even take an eighth of the bread, or 16th of the bread. He gave her the whole slice of bread as she lay in bed. One day he couldn't make it back up the mountain, and he died at the bottom of starvation and left her there on her own. And you know what happened. It's a rather gruesome story. But it is the nature of life. You're here. You and I came incorporated and incarnating into these bodies to seek out our own enlightenment. And seeking out your own enlightenment means being able to see beyond the hands that are in front of your eyes, beyond the ears that you have plugged up, to hear, to see, to let go of the judgmentalness of the mind, my beloved. All these things I'm saying, they're very practical. Take that blue light of self-awareness and you put it above your head and you watch. You watch your mind. You watch your thoughts. You watch your speaking. You watch your actions. What are you doing to bomb somebody else's life? Saying it again for the second time. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you saying that is going to radiate out into the world and be hurtful to others? And then, my beloved, it is more so hurtful to yourself. The great yogic saying is, Oh, you're concerned about other people. I understand. Draw a circle. Sit down, draw a circle. And when the person in the center of that circle is enlightened, then you can be concerned about other people's enlightenment. Then and only then. And you know, it's only you. If I have to tell you, you're the one in the center of the circle. You for you and me for me. You're all good people. All right, you're all good souls. I know, I can look like I could feel it. I know you. You're good souls. And so what I'm saying is not meant at all to criticize, but to say as part of the human nature, our mind becomes judgmental. You know, I walk around Toledo, Spain, and oh, we don't wear our hair that color. I mean, it wasn't this length before. We don't wear our hair that length, that color. I marvel at that. A woman coming to me and touching my hair. Can I show you a beauty shop so you can get that taken care of? That, my beloved, is really quite incredible. That there's such a fixed thought about what we do and what we don't do that you would go up to a stranger and say, hey, you know, sorry, you need to go get your hair dyed. One of my beloved disciples who lives in Italy came back from Australia, and she had some silver hair in her hair. And somebody came up to her in the street and said, do you need a new hairdresser? Because apparently in Spain, they don't do that either. Or in Italy, excuse me, they don't do the same thing. They don't allow this color to grow. Isn't that crazy? That those kinds of thoughts arise in the mind and that we don't have a filter for it. We don't stop and think, well, you know, I wonder how they're feeling about that. How would they feel if I went up and said that to them? We don't think about it. Now, I share that example. That's a really little example. I wasn't offended. I was marveled. I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting state of awareness that you feel so strong about how things should and shouldn't be that you would go up and say that to someone. Take that example and apply it to your own life. How often have you and are you doing that to others, my beloved? Blocking the sun, blocking your inner sun, blocking your ability to see life with the emotions of your mind, with your preferences and your biases. And because of those biases and preferences and your attachments to them. And remember, the Shin Ming says, let go of your attachments to your biases and preferences. I am always consoled by that. I'm always consoled by that. All right, I can let go of my attachments to my biases and preferences, but I don't really have to let go of my biases and preferences. I'm not so sure how that works, but so they say it is. But let go of your attachments to your biases and your prejudices, for it is those that block the clear seeing of your consciousness. July 7th of this year, the planet Uranus will be moving into Gemini, the sign of the zodiac of Gemini. May not mean anything to you, but we've had a movement of a lot of the outer planets, a number of the outer planets in the last 3 months. But what we do when these happen, because they portend changes in culture, changes to large groups of us, changes to the earth, is we look back and say, well, what happened last time? Last time, well, geez, in the United States, there was a civil war. Oh, before the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and World War II. Well, just a few days before the Uranus moving into Gemini, we are seeing the previews of the coming attractions. Previews of the coming attractions, for those of you that used to go to the movie theaters and used to sit there and see the previews. And what can you and I do? Do not be, in your mind, in your speech, in your actions, do not be like the general that bombed Dresden, that destroyed beauty and destroyed culture. Do not be that way with your words and your thoughts and your actions, but instead lift, 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 lift. Find everything, do everything you can to lift yourself out of the doldrums, to lift yourself out of the fixity of your mind, to lift yourself out of your depressions, to lift yourself out of your anxieties. Do everything that you can. And offer your light, your goodness, your wisdom, your compassion to life. And you may say, well, I don't know who to offer it to. Okay. Use this great mystical technique. Sit down, close your eyes, meditate. Turn inward, if you will, and call upon all of those. I have this little bit of wisdom to share for any of you who wish to come. Let me offer it now. And then you offer it. And in time, they will start coming. They will start coming to you and asking for your help. And asking, what have you done differently? Why do you look happy? Why do you look content? This is not like you. You seem so calm. Something's different. Tell me, what is it? And then you will be a blessing unto all of life. Your days, your moments, it is your breath. Your days, your moments, your life is made up of each breath. Your life is made up of your attitude, your reaction, your willingness to cultivate strength, to cultivate awareness, to cultivate detachment, never indifference, but detachment. In this time, Uranus is moving into Gemini in just a few weeks, and Saturn and Neptune. Saturn is structure. I'm reminding you of this structure. Neptune is inspiration. It is God consciousness. It's art, it's beauty, it's creativity. They moved together into the house of Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the expression of outward creativity, the expression that says in your life, the expression that says, I am, here I am. Now, it's ruled by Mars, which again, like the sun, is outgoing, unfiltered energy. Mars as energy is very important to the humanoid because you need it. It feeds your body, right? You were born at the Mars chakra. That's why you have an umbilical cord. It feeds your body. I'm not going off on a tangent. I'm wrapping it up, I promise you. Saturn, structure. Neptune, inspiration, meditation, artistic expression. Moving into Aries means that it can be an optimal time to use the energy of Mars to create new structure for your sadhana. This is a time to increase your spiritual practice. For if you don't, the other side of that is the spiritual practice just dissolves away. Before you know it, it will be gone. Dissolve away. You'll wake up and you'll say, what happened here? What happened to my practice? How did I end up like this? Lethargic and unable to move. How did I end up here? How do I crawl out of this? So instead, say, aha, I see. I'm going to use this time to think a new thought. What do I do that is new? What can I say that is new? What can I communicate that is new, that is helpful to the whole? You know, every week I finish this meditation and I begin to think about the following meditation, the following week. What am I going to say? What do you need to hear? What do I hear that you need to hear? What's important? And I spend a whole week reflecting on that, meditating, calling upon them to help. And then the morning comes and I think, oh no, I hope I got it right. I hope there's something of value here. But this is important to know. For those things that we cannot change, those world global events that we cannot change, we can make a difference through our sadhana. You can make a difference through your prayers and your meditations and your sadhana. And so today we will do that. We're going to have a meditation together. And in this meditation, we will use a practice that is really very seldom used for just generally people. It's taught for students who've been studying for a while or for disciples. But I want you to have it today. I want to do it with you. I want to do it together. I want it to be something that you have. If we're pouring our energy into it, we'll make a difference. Now, in the practice, you go with your Ishta Devata. And this for you is your chosen form of the divine. And if you don't particularly have one that you would name or you would call, just say, please come to me. Come to me. Be with me. Help me and come to me. And you will find it will come, the divine will come, and help will occur. And so let us do this. And again and again and again and again, I remind you, please, my beloved, don't bomb Dresden. Don't bomb Dresden because of the emotionality of your mind. Don't think that if it just comes out of the blue, as many of the Iranian thoughts will, that it's acceptable to bomb Dresden. Namaste ji. Namaskar. And please let us turn together to meditate. Sit with your spine erect as you're comfortable and able to, please. Place your hands in the Om Mudra. Index finger and thumb together. Place upon your thighs, cupped upward. Focusing your attention at the sun center. Turn your head to the left and exhale twice. Bring the head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Focus your eyes at the sun center. Very gently turn the eyes upward towards the sun center. Not heavy, but gently turn them up to the sun center, my beloved. Now use the sipping breath. Draw the energy from the limbs to the trunk. And again, draw the energy from the trunk of the body to the spinal column. From the base of the spine, draw the energy up to the sun center. Move that energy out as a golden ball of light. Expand that light. And move counterclockwise, sweeping around your body to the left. 3 times encase your body in this golden light. Now expand that golden light and ascend. Ascend upward. Ascend as high as you are able. Om Namo 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 reaching the high place of meditation. Gaze before you enter. You are at the high place. See the entrance. Feel the safety and the security of this sacred place. Know that you are welcome here. You are safe and you are strong in this place. Enter into the meditation, sacred, hallowed ground, and find your space. In your mind's eye, you see a mountain in front of you, the highest mountain. Call upon your Ishta Devata to be with you. Greet your Ishta. Feel your Lord greeting you back. Take hold of the hand of your Ishta, and together you ascend to the top of the highest mountain. Ascend. 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 Attaining the high place. You and your Ishta gaze down from this high mountain. You can see the entire earth from here. This is the highest point. You see a mountain cave in front of you, the entrance to a cave. Ask your Ishta to stand in the entrance. You feel that the cave goes deep, 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 deep into the mountain. Your Ishta stands at the entrance and fills the entrance. From the Jupiter chakra of your Ishta projects forth a golden egg of light. Your Ishta comes to see you, to sit with you. The egg of light grows to cover the entrance to the cave. From the light emerges forth Prema Yogi. You hear Prema Yogi breathing in Premaham and exhaling Premasa. Becoming aware that as Prema inhales Premaham, all of the poisons, the karmas from around the earth, upon the earth, within the earth, are drawn in. As Prema exhales Premasa, the golden light of Anandic bliss radiates forth around the earth, upon the earth, within the earth. Prema continues to inhale Pramaham and exhale Pramasaw. As you watch, Prema merges into the mountain, continuing to breathe, merges into the mountain, becoming one with the mountain. You hear, you see, you feel one with the mountain. Prema inhales Pramaham, drawing in all the poisons. Exhaling Pramasaw, sending Anandic bliss. You and your Ishta offer your deepest namaskars, your deepest respect to Prema Yogi. Knowing that Prema will continue to breathe this Kriya until this mountain becomes a hill, until this hill is no more. That you with your breath, that you with your yoga siddhi, that you with your meditative energies and concentration have vivified and strengthened Prema Yogi. Each time you come back, Prema is practiced, Prema is strengthened and vivified. Know that Prema will be here sending your blessings, sending these blessings to the earth long, 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 long after you leave this incarnation, and will be here blessing you as you return. Let us return to the high place of meditation, the sacred ground of meditation. Taking hold of the hand of your Ishta. My beloved Lord, O ye powers that be, we call upon thee at this moment. We gather on this sacred ground with the light of Kriya, the flame of Kriya in front of us. The flame of Kriya lit within each of us. The light of the sun, the balanced light of awareness. We call upon thee to join with us as we send our meditative energies. We will use the Om Shanti mantra today after each prayer request. O ye powers that be, thou knowest better than we that which is needed upon the earth. We first send forth these blessings to all of these souls who are living with water and security, with food and security, with housing and security. Let us chant the Om Shanti mantra 3 rounds. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those souls living with health and security, whose bodies and minds are experiencing dis-ease, may they find the help that they need. May they be blessed. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those souls living with economic insecurity, for those souls who are living with environmental insecurity of all sorts, in any manifestation, may they have that which they need. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, thou knowest better than we the needs upon the earth. We ask thee to join with us as we chant this mantra, to send forth these blessings to all beings, to all who are in need, that the highest good may be experienced by all living upon the earth. That which is needed most swiftly, surely, most harmoniously. That enlightenment might be found. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, we send forth our blessings, our gratitude to all beings in all realms of existence, We call upon Thee. We thank the helpers in all realms of all existence, and we call upon Thee that blessings be sent forth to every plane of reality, that there be a blessing and a greater blessing. That's santosha, compassion, nonviolence, wisdom, permeate every cell of reality. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thou art blessed. Thou art a blessing. Continue to focus your attention again and again and again and again at the sun center and radiate that blessing into life, all of life without exception. Send forth your goodness. Share your wisdom as they ask, as they wish to receive. Share your kindness with all, your compassion with all. May the golden dewdrops of Ananda bliss pour forth upon you at this moment, filling every cell of your being with Ananda, 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 da, da. Namaste ji. Namaskar. Thank you all for your blessings today. Thank you for your blessings very much. Keep sending them continually. Shanti.